Today we're going to do a complete breakdown of the Wilkins 975. In my area, these are on a lot of irrigation systems. We're now switching to a Wilkins 375. The 975 is still in the field a lot, and I do a lot of replacements. I do a lot of repairs on these. So let's go ahead, break this completely down, show you the insides and out, and how to fix it and how it works. I start by taking this apart. So I'm going to use channel locks. I typically will use a crescent wrench big enough to do on that, because sometimes the channel locks will end up causing burrs and stripping out these things if they're really tight. So let's go ahead and pop this open. This is directional flow here. So we're going to start with the number 1 check and the number 2. So we'll open this one, and it's spring loaded, so be careful. You'll see that pop off first like that. You got the cap, you got a spring, and an O-ring. This O-ring will actually be on there. Now let's pull out the check. And inside, I'll show you a close-up. There's a check seat, and this one's cracked, so that was why this one was failing. We ended up wanting to go ahead and put a new one in, so that's why we pulled it out. But that is fixable. I have a video, I can link to that on how to on some issues, and this is covered in there. So let's open number 2. And sometimes these are hard, but if it's installed already, the pipe will go ahead and take care of it and help hold it so you can get some good power on it. I'm just unscrewing it here, nice and careful. Again, spring loaded. And the same exact setup. You have your check and your spring. If you do notice that the number 1 will always be a thicker metal than the number 2. It's a stronger spring, and that's just the design of how they work. So that's it. Your 1 and 2 check are removed. And this would be the time you want to go ahead and check your rubbers here. So we'll pull that. I'll pull these off so you can see. Just a regular Phillips screwdriver. You got a washer, your screw, and then the rubber washer. Sometimes you get lucky, it'll come right out. If not, if you have a small screwdriver or any screwdriver, just carefully put it in there. Just work it. Just work an edge up so you can get it. Just trying to be careful not to rip it. And these are the parts to the check. Your plastic check holder, your seat holder, or your plastic seat, your plastic check holder. There's your rubber disc, washer, and a screw. That's all there is to it. This is the same exact thing on the number 2. Now we're going to go ahead and remove and open up the relief plate. It is a 1/2 inch nuts here. You could use a socket or a wrench. We could use whatever. I don't recommend using channel locks, but if that's all you got, go ahead and use it. This is also spring-loaded, so be careful. Once you get your 6 screws removed, this will come out. Again, here's your spring. And it's hard, I can show you, zoom in on this. I'll show you a close-up of this. This is your also a seat. This also comes out. Since I'm not repairing this one, so you have your relief seat, and there's an O-ring on the back of this. So if you have a drip and you can't figure it out, you may have to take this out and replace it and put a new O-ring in there. I recommend, if you pull it out, because you can damage the seat very easily, go ahead and just replace the whole thing. It comes with the kit. Again, you got another spring. It's about the same thickness as the number 1, but as you can tell, a lot shorter. So this is actually the relief here. And this will actually, this is this pull out. This is a relief diaphragm, and this is a relief plate. If you got a leak coming from right here, which you can see, this one's all blue in this area, it was probably dripping from this here little hole. What's causing that is on the back side of this relief, is this is an O-ring around this little nipple here. That wears out, it becomes flat, and water just seeps around it. So that is a lot of repairs that I make, and I bought these online. I can link it to it in the bottom, where you can just replace that. So let's go ahead, same thing, take our regular Phillips screwdriver. Same thing, a screw here, undo that screw. A little washer. And again, you got a little rubber piece here. So get that out. And then this actually comes apart. You have a top and a bottom. Your diaphragm. This is your diaphragm. And that's how you completely break down a Wilkins 975.